Mr. Blanchard, Terence, for the first time in this country,
Hmm.
does it mean that you are coming with something special, or is this just one of the concerts in Europe which will on the tour?
Well, I mean that's a hard question to answer because I mean we will be on tour, but I mean being in Prague is always a special thing. It's my first time here working on a project, so I'm having a great time now, and I'm looking forward to coming back to playing with my band because the people here have been very beautiful. The musicians that we've met with the orchestra that we've been working have been amazing, and it just seems like a great atmosphere to have great music performed.
Tell me something about the movie you are the music, you compose the music for.
Well, it's called Red Tails. It stars Terrence Howard, Cuba Gooding, and a bunch of young, up and coming actors. It's directed by Anthony Hemingway and produced by George Lucas. It's a movie about these fighter pilots from World War II who are African American from a college called Tuskegee, hence the name Tuskegee Airmen. Um, and it's a great movie. It's filled with a lot of action, a great story, and hopefully a great soundtrack performed by these great musicians that you guys have here.
You got some Grammys for the Oscar you're waiting, so will this be the opportunity to get the Oscar?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe. I mean, I just feel very fortunate that I got a chance to work with these guys. To work with George Lucas has been amazing. You know, he's been great to work with. I've been learning a lot as well. And Anthony Hemingway, the guy who was the director, has also been great to work with. So I just feel very fortunate to be a part of the project.
What is the main difference between composing for your own band and for movies?
Well, when I'm writing music for my band, it's really all about what it is that I want to say and what I have to say artistically and what it is that I'm feeling. Like for example, when we did the album "Tale of God's Will," that was about New Orleans and the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. So that was a very personal story. But when I'm writing music for film, I'm helping somebody else tell their story, and the music takes on a different role. It's really the glue between all of the other aspects that you have in the visual medium to kind of help things move along and help bring some kind of consistency and continuity to the stories.
Coming back to your roots, let's say, to the beginning with Lionel Hampton, with Art Blakey, was jazz different, or is it more or less the same now?
No, 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 no. I mean, it was different back then. I mean, you know, those guys were the pioneers whose shoulders we still stand on to this day. And they showed us a lot of things that helped us to develop. But, you know, that's part of the tradition of jazz, is to break the tradition. You know, so with the young guys that I have in my band now, Fabian Almazan, Kendrick Scott, this young bass player named Joshua Crumbly, and Bryce Winston on tenor saxophone, those guys are pushing the envelope. I mean, they're bringing in different elements from all different types of music, as did the guys before us did. Um, but it's creating a slightly different sound, you know. We're approaching harmony a little differently and rhythm a little differently, which are some of the main things that help to distinguish people, to distinguish styles from each other.
Two names, Miles Davis, Wynton Marsalis.
Miles Davis is the man. Miles Davis is the guy who set the tone for all of us. You know, I mean, he set the standard. You know, when you think about it, I got a chance to have a relationship with Herbie and Wayne, and those guys are the pillars of our world right now, and they are direct descendants, have a direct connection to Miles Davis. So he is the guy that kind of showed us the way and made us understand that, you know, growth is the thing about being an artist or being a human being. You're never staying still. You always have to move forward, never look back. And Wynton is a friend of mine, a colleague, a guy that I grew up with, a great musician, great talent, you know, historian of the music, a guy who has done a lot for jazz, you know, and promoting jazz, and done a lot for pushing the envelope in terms of playing his horn. Nobody can play the trumpet the way he can play the trumpet, that's for sure. And he's still doing a lot of great things, has a lot of great young musicians in his band and keeping the music moving forward.
And his looking back, is it something you admire or you don't think about?
Well, I mean, you know, that's his particular personal choice. I mean, you know, he wants to kind of uphold the tradition of the music, and that's his thing. It's not necessarily mine. You know, for me, I'm always trying to find new avenues and trying to find other things to do, you know. But I respect what he's doing. I think he's a great talent, you know. And that's part of what being an artist is about. We're not all going to do the same thing. You know, we're not all going to follow the same path. You know, I'll give you an example. I had an experience years ago with Dizzy Gillespie, where Dizzy was playing in his dressing room, playing a ballad, and he stopped in the middle of it and he said, you know, Miles Davis could always play the prettiest notes. And that blew me away, because when I thought about it, that meant that Dizzy had a certain type of confidence in who he was and what he brought to music, and he understood what Miles brought to music, and they were two totally different things, you know. And you have to appreciate one artist appreciating another artist for something that he doesn't do.
Next year, 13th of March, you will be 50. If, does it mean any change?
Yeah, you've done your homework. Oh man, yeah. Well, the one thing about turning 50 next year is I'm like, well, what happened? You know, seemed like 2 weeks ago I was 22. You know, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, it should be a great time. I feel like I've been very blessed in my life to this point to have the experiences that I've had. I've played with a lot of my heroes in the jazz world, if not met all of my heroes in the jazz world. I played with a lot of great young musicians who are very inspiring. And then in the film world, I'm getting a chance to work with some of the most creative filmmakers in the business, you know, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. So I feel very blessed with the way things have gone in my life, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that.
In 1 month's time, last question, you are coming to Prague with your band. What would you say to the audience if it is not decided to come? I mean, to invite the audience to the concert.
Oh, the ones who can't come. Oh, well, I mean, you know, sorry. Wish you could have been there. Would have been nice to meet you. Well, I mean, you know, it's hard to say, because I'm really looking forward to being here, and I'm looking forward to playing in front of a live audience here. The way the musicians, how do I explain this? The way the musicians performed in the orchestra gave me an indication of what the musical culture is like here in Prague. So I'm very curious, because there were a lot of great young musicians in that orchestra. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when we come here with the band.
Thank you very much, Terence.
Thank you
very much. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a nice everything in Prague.
And you did a lot of homework turning 50. Nobody's asked me that.
So I'm a little bit older, you know, so...
Yeah, okay, yeah. I should have turned it on you. That's right.
Okay, thanks.